G'day guys and welcome to the review. We've got Geelong who went over to Perth and played the Eagles. And as we can see, it was the West Coast getting the job done by 9 points. But what a battle it was. A very good game of football. One of the best games of the year, I reckon. Watching on as a Cats fan, and we can call me neutral, but definitely was not neutral in this game. I'm really flat after watching this because I also, yeah, going into the game, I didn't think we would be too much of a show, but yeah, I expected the Eagles to win pretty comfortably, but then to come out in the first half and have a really good lead at half time was really good to see. Obviously, I'm not. It's not the first time I've seen West Coast play. I understand they're the benchmark, one of the best teams in the comp. They're rolling. So they're always going to come back, and it was just a matter of if the Cats were good enough to stand up. And the scoreboard says the Eagles were just a little bit too good. So, what a game! It was very taxing, as you can see. Cats was super accurate. They kicked 7 straight in the opening half, and they just couldn't really get their game going after half time. The Eagles flexed their muscles, kicking 7 goals, and the Cats could only manage 3 from then on. So, Eagles ended up bringing home the bacon on their home deck by 9 points. So, yeah, the Cats were really good in the first half. They were really good in the stoppages and the clinches and using the ball really well by hand and foot. And we're really patient with our ball, sort of ball use. We built it up from the back half a lot of the time, which was interesting. We did a lot of switching plays, and then we sort of came through the middle in on the 45 when it was necessary, and gave our forwards some really good looks, and our pressure inside 50 was also nice as well. We generally kept it in there, and it caused a few dramas there, but got a few nice ones out the back with some sort of long kicks inside 50 and isolating West Coast defenders, and we're able to sort of get some scoreboard pressure on the Eagles. And one thing we did really well was just stopping the Eagles from getting their marking game going. They only took 6 marks in the opening term, and West Coast are a bit of a kick mark team, and we didn't allow them we denied them sort of use of the ball and the method in which they like to play. So that was really pleasing to see. And as we saw after half time, they flexed their muscles and they were going to be incredibly difficult to beat from there. So yeah, look, I'm incredibly proud of the effort and the fight, but it was down to a few costly mistakes throughout, I suppose, and towards the end of the game, the Eagles were, the crowd was willing them home. The noise of affirmation at times was very helpful. Some interesting holding the ball decisions that will probably, if the umpires had another look, they'd probably go, I don't know about that, but definitely not an umpiring, issue there. It was more so the Eagles were way too good, and it's no surprise if they got a few wins under their belt and they came home, they were going to be pretty much nearly unbeatable. And it's just so frustrating from looking at it a couple of years back when we played the Eagles over there. We were up when we were no chance to win. I think we had 2 or 3 injuries and up by 15 points when Tim Kelly kicked that goal, funnily enough, and then Dwayne calls Tim Kelly kicks a goal for the team that didn't want him. And we were so close, but then the Eagles magically kicked 4 or 5 goals in the last 6 or 7 minutes. It was bloody crazy. That game was a shootout and a half, and the big forwards got a hold of us, and that brings me to a point. Chris Scott not playing Blitzarves on Kennedy from the get-go. I understand he would have had to play ruck at times, and I understand Hendo's in, but if you go back to the preliminary final, Chris, Tom Lynch played on Harry Taylor and he kicked 5 goals and 1 in the game, and Josh Kennedy tonight kicked 4 goals and 1 in the game. Obviously, it's not down to that one matchup. It all depends on the ball delivery and the ball movement and how the midfield go and the pressure they apply, but that's part of it. But also, if you play your cards right and put the tools in the right spot, then you potentially Kennedy might only kick 2. And then you look at the margin there. I mean, that's hypothetical, but you don't play Tom Hawkins on the wing. You don't play Tom Hawkins at full back. Like, yeah, I understand we're down on the ruck stocks, but playing blitz halves on the wing, I just couldn't believe. Like, it's good that Stewart's back, but yeah, I just don't get that. I hope it comes up at the presser, and I hope he has a good answer because it potentially cost Geelong a premiership. Big call, I know, but the Giants were cooked going to the grand final, and yeah, I think Geelong may have been good enough to win. But I don't want to talk about the past. It's about now and what they can do from here. So the Cats are 5-4, sitting 6 on the ladder right at this second. The games and the rounds are going to be all over the shop, so teams are going to finish wherever they're going to finish, and they'll be keen for a break, no doubt. Yeah, I suppose if we have a look at the stats, we got more of the ball. Eagles were able to thrust inside 50 just a bit more. Yeah, I thought we were better by using the ball. Some key bits late was Radically. I reckon 2 or 3 goals were against him because he handballed into the middle, he kicked into the middle, and then defence wasn't set up properly because he was streaming towards goal. But Radically was okay in spurts, but his bad moments are shocking moments. Like, I go back to round 1 where he dropped that sitter at centre half forward and he goes down there and for goal right on half time. So yeah, Radically is doing okay, but he's also he's my whipping guy. He's very frustrating. The clearances were good. We weren't we're just down on that. Won the centre, but yeah, I felt the Eagles, their clearances were probably a little bit more quality than ours. They just got us in the contested possession count. We were good on the outside, I felt, and so the stats show. Yeah, that's bizarre. Nearly 100 marks. We probably chipped around a bit, but yeah, the Eagles to win with 57 marks probably wouldn't happen very often at all. Yeah, and you can see there, 14 shots to 18. So the Eagles obviously had a few chances. They could have kicked as well. Oh, I'm gutted, guys. I'm honestly gutted. I genuinely thought we were a really good chance once we sort of put ourselves in that position, but not so, unfortunately. So yeah, incredibly flat. It's a bit of a different story when you're 6-3 versus 5-4. It's massive, especially in this crazy shortened season. Whew. Yeah, so we'll go into the votes. I'll have to collect some thoughts here and think through this. But yeah, I think I've got a rough idea of who I'm sort of going for. So I'm going to give 3 votes. It's going to be tough. I'm going to go. Yeah, I can't think of any outstanding player. Maybe. I'm so tempted to give it to Duncan, but yeah, look, we'll go Duncan for 3. He got 21, 11 marks. The marks got me across the line, I think. Ball clearances. He used the ball super smooth. He kicked a crucial goal early, which is excellent. Love the way he went about that. I'm going to give the 2 votes to Dangerfield. He got 18 possessions, kicked a goal, 4 tackles, 7 clearances in there for Patrick. He was a bit slow to start the game, but worked his way into it. And when we were struggling sort of late, he tried his absolute darnest, and I'll give 1 vote to Stewart. He was marking everything, 22 touches, 10 marks. He was just very solid down back, and he's been a welcome addition to the back line once again. Doing really well. So Guthrie was reasonable. And when you talk about big moments like Guthrie, it took an amazing specky, but then he just played on and panicked, and had no awareness that someone was behind him. Like, yeah, he played well though, and he's had a good few weeks, and was stiff not to get a vote last week. He got 10 perfect coaches votes, and I didn't give him a vote. So sorry, Cam. Tui was really good. He got 18 and a couple of goals. He got quiet as the game went on. Sadly, Menegola was solid with 19 and a goal. Going down to blitz-offs, so he got a few of the hit-outs. And it was okay around the ground, but certainly want him down at full back. Radically was not too bad at times. Henderson was good. He played well. He played his role. Had some really good one-on-ones, so can't fault him too much there. Myers was decent with a goal, 12 touches. Harry was decent and sort of went. Most of the Cats team went quiet as the game went on. Constable racked up 16 and got a heavy hit late. Looked pretty barely concussed. Parfitt kicked a goal with 15. He was all right, but he just can't use the ball. So I'd love to see his efficiency each week. Simpson ended up with a goal and 11, one off his toenail, if he hit it. Cole Jasny didn't get much of it. Yeah, he must have been okay. I don't know if he was playing on Darling or not. Darling didn't get a lot of it. O'Connell was reasonably solid. Close played well. Liked the way he went about it for his second game. Hawkins kicked 2. Didn't have a lot of the ball, but he was really handy in some goal and scoring involvements for the Cats. A good tap in, which ended up in Sam Simpson's goal. I didn't really like Fogarty's game. Obviously, the stats here say he's very quiet, and yeah, it's just a tough game, tough environment for him. I'm not a huge fan of him in general. Maybe see how he goes, but I'm sure a lot of Cats will keep getting goes. Yeah, with injuries and whatnot. Hughes was all right with 8. Rowan incredibly quiet with 3. Took a good mark. He just needs to get his hands on the ball more. And his pressure's good. Just needs to apply a little bit more there. He needs to take some more. Yeah, just needs to clunk those ones and kick straight. He was so good at kicking straight last year, and it's sometimes it was a bit of a curse. But anyway, we look at next week. The Cats have North Melbourne, I believe. If we go up to round 10, we've got North Melbourne at the Gabba. So North had a big win over Adelaide, and yeah, I actually tipped Adelaide. So I'm also thinking there's no better time than now. But North got them to the sword, nearly 70-point win. So Adelaide will get a win at some stage, but I don't know when. They've got 8 weeks to go, and they're 0-9. So we'll see what happens. But yeah, I expect Geelong to win this one. They play decent footy at the Gabba as a general rule, and North, yeah, look, they had a really good response. I was very surprised with no Ben Brown, a very, very nice display from North. And yeah, I think traditionally we go okay against them. Sometimes we struggle against them. However, yeah, I think we should be too good, and we don't lose 2 in a row very often either. On that note, so I think, yeah, Geelong to get the win there. Probably in that 4 to 6 goal range, but you just never know. Any given day, anyone's a chance if they come switched on. So we'll see what happens. But as far as a chopping block or review block, I don't really know who's available. I just want to see Josh Jenkins in the side. When's he going to play? Is he still injured? I don't know. I want to see him in though. Whether it's in for Radaglia, I don't care. I just want him in the side because Geelong made a preliminary final and had no full forward. So, yeah, you want to have at least some backup, and I don't bank on Radaglia too well for that forward spot. I suppose if you have a fit Tom Hawkins that doesn't get suspended, you're probably fine, but we'll see what happens. Not talking prelims just yet. Need to make the 8 first, and got to stay in the 8 to make the 8. So, hope you enjoy, guys. Give the video a like, subscribe away, all that amazing stuff. Thanks for joining in once again. I really appreciate it. Have a great one, guys. Take care. I'll see you on the next video.